And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. And well, we are moving on to the next game. It is going to be SK versus neXt in win, because unfortunately we won't have CLG versus Curse versus Moscow 5 because frankly they're qualified. That's it. They're done. They're done for the day. They have qualified for Poland. It is down to CLG and My Revenge, or SK and neXt in win, which is what we're going to go with here since we've just seen CLG. CLG boys would probably want to stream, so I'll let them go about their business. I'm going to let Ocelot stream on this one as well because he seems to have a nice little followership and I wouldn't want to upset his viewers. And thank you very much, guys, for hitting 22k views. It's always good. Always good to peak on a decent level. I can't imagine this one's going to peak quite at the same level, but you never know. You never know with League of Legends. We've had some pretty amazing games, and it's good to see how the new SK will line up because, as you can see, there is no more Deman and there is no more Candy Panda. It is going to be Kevin as AD in that bottom lane alongside Nif, so new partner for Nif. Ocelot is back in the middle. Blood Dragon now in the jungle, and Youngbuck up the top. Youngbuck formerly of Curse, formerly of Lone Lions, formerly of, I believe, Western Wolves at some point as well. I may be completely wrong. I don't know. Anyway, we're going to the bans, and you can see the Nautilus and Graves banned out there. Next ban for SK will be coming out shortly. Ari and Morgana also banned out. And Urgot, of course, will be banned. So SK managed to pick the blue side. Not too sure what would have gauged it other than, they'd have been the top seed because they dropped down against the loss from Curse. So they've come down from the upper bracket, the last team, so they'll be the highest seed, which is why they start out with the blue. Which for me, gives it a bit of an advantage, but meh, I don't know. But, and thank you very much for the guys at Twitch, by the way, for upping the whatever they've done to make my 720p and plus and settings all available, because you guys obviously been complaining about that, so you'll be able to see the rest of the games in whatever resolution you prefer. So you can see Malphite being picked up by there. Didn't work out so well for Wicked in the last game, did it? We just saw him on the top lane. Didn't go AP, went full defensive spec, full AD. Well, I don't know about that one. Each to their own, I guess. I always think that ability power works top lane, but I'm certainly not one to question Wicked's ability in a top lane champion. Nocturne and Soraka seems to be the choices for neXt. And honestly, I'm not that familiar with the neXt names. I'm just looking down on Blue Light, AOD, Slide M, No Skill, 007, and Gabano. But then again, I guess I could say the same with the SK games. Blood Dragon, I know, came from Logix. Logix has kind of been picked apart, I'm afraid, from their second place EPS runner-up, EPS Germany, I should say, EPS Germany Spring Championships. They came second place in that one. Blood Dragon was a pretty good jungler, though, so people have been saying already, the guys have just started there, and people are already saying that, you know, he's not as good. It's so, what? They give the guy a chance. He's been playing some pretty awesome matches for Logix. There's no reason he can't do it for SK Gaming as well, and obviously SK sees something in him to get that German contingency in there as well. Remember, SK like to compete in the German Championship stuff as well, so they've kept Kevin, who's German, Blood Dragon is German, Nif, who's German, so they've got that three-man lineup that they need to qualify for the ESL Pro Series stuff, so I expect to see them in that next season. So Karthus just been picked up alongside Kale. And Kale top lane has been something, so I'm guessing that's a Malphite jungle and a Kale top lane now. So it'd be good to see. Corki with that Soraka in that bottom lane, alongside Rise in the middle. Rise versus Karthus is a tricky one for me. I'm not sure. I mean, Rise would be able to put out the burst damage if he can get hold of Karthus, but you've really got to get in that range. You've got to be in the defile range. You've got to be walking through that wall of pain and eating a lot of late waste just to get in and get that damage down. So honestly, I'm not sure that's a great counter pick for Karthus, but it does work. If you get the damage out, you can be very, very strong, and you can start hitting out a lot of damage as it comes. Tristana getting picked up for this bottom lane. So Kevin, this is the first time I'm going to get to see Kevin, actually, as a... people are asking me where the wallpaper came from. The wallpaper, it was on Reddit a while back. I couldn't tell you. Maybe the guy that had it on Reddit chose it. I don't know. It's just something that I remembered saved ages ago. I do always pick it up from the boys at Reddit. So if you're not on Reddit, if you're not looking at Reddit, why are you not on Reddit? 100,000 people are. That's the question. If you're not following me on Twitter, why are you not following me on Twitter? At QVDeman. I would love to say 100,000 people are, but there's nowhere near that, man. It's about 2,500 people. So Nunu bottom lane alongside Tristana is a very, very strong lane that we saw. Yellow Pete actually playing fantastic Tristana over at DreamHack alongside Crepo on Nunu. Some fantastic bottom lane action there. So that's going to be against the Corki Soraka lane combo. So final pick for neXt. They have 8 seconds to make it. Seems to be some decision making going on. What will it be? They're leaving it to the last second. It's going to be Riven. Riven will be the final pick. I could never tell when they're leaving it that late, whether that's simply a case of we cannot find this champion, where the hell is it, and last minute panic when you're looking through the champ select and going, where is he? Oh, ban him randomly. You just pick on a random champion and find out you've just banned the one you want to pick. I'm not too sure. So SK Gaming are coming into this one. Well, you got to say they're the favourites. That neXt in win coming through from the EU Nordic East team. Let's have a look at their team, see what sort of results they've had. Let's have a look across. They were in the Season 1 qualifications round. Oh, they lost to Moscow 5 recently, but, well, who hasn't done that? Oh, they lost to Moscow 5 today, in fact, but who hasn't done that? They beat Few Gamers earlier on in this tournament. Previous tournaments, they've beaten My Revenge as well and Few Gamers, so My Revenge, the other qualifiers that are playing. So these guys have beaten the team that are playing CLG right now, so I don't fancy My Revenge's odds. It's that doesn't stack up well for me. So I think SK is probably likely to be the closer team that they could beat. You know, SK with a new lineup. How is it going to work out for this new SK lineup? We saw them go to turn the delay off. I can't turn the delay off. The delay's got to stay on. Why would I turn the delay off? We need a 3-minute delay on these guys. Oh, because you're going to be watching Ocelot stream? Maybe? No, Ocelot will probably have a delay on his stream as well. I don't know. I didn't even think to that, but that wouldn't make sense. I can't turn it off now anyway. It's too late. Too late! What's going on with the game? I've got a black screen. I'm a little bit worried. There we go. Okay, it is loading. I was a little concerned there. Oh, it's done it again. Alt enter apparently. Alt enter. I'm not sure. It's done this thing again. It's gone in the corner. There it is. Peekaboo. What are you doing down there? What are you doing? I don't know. I just don't know anymore. What do you do when this does this? I mean, people have been saying alt enter or something like that, but it just seems to be. I don't know. I've got my mouse here. It's kind of loading here, and it's just off there. Maybe I can try and click on it and pull it in somehow. Let's see. Oh, you support players. You support players. You are a bitchy little bunch. A bitchy little bunch. There's like an inner triangle of bitchiness going on between 3 of the support players right now. I'm not going to mention names, but I think you guys could probably guess. We're just waiting for when this will ever actually load up. I can't even see who's loading. Alt enter. Yes! Yes, yes, yes. That's how we get it back. Let's throw it out. Oh, alt enter apparently takes it like that. That's not so great when I want to do that. I don't want alt enter. Oh, who told me to do alt enter? That was a ridiculous thing to do. It needed to be windowless. Sorry about the flashing, guys, if you're watching. Oh, good lord. See, who told me to do that? Borderless. Apologies for the flashing that you guys would have had to put up with there. It should be fixed now, hopefully. So let's get underway. Without further ado, SK versus neXt in win. I'll take my feet down. I was in lounge mode. Full on lounge mode. And we are on the way for the final qualifiers for Poland. 4 teams will go through for the place in Warsaw at the end of July. It will be another big tournament for us Europeans, and it will be the final tournament, the final qualifier for a place and a seeding at the European Championships. Will take part in Gamescom in August, the middle of August. And you will not want to miss that, because that will be for a place in the Season 2 finals. Only 3 European teams will qualify for that, I believe. I think it's 3. But that's what this is all about. This is what it's all building up towards, that big $3 million, or well, $5 million I guess overall, but the $3 million is the final prize check that you want to get. So that's what it's all building up towards. We are seeing Slide actually coming up with Corky here to steal away the Wraiths, and immediately Blood Dragon is on them and saying, no way Jose, get the hell away from my goddamn Wraiths. And Ocelot picks up some farm there. Starts off, leashes out the Lizard. Meanwhile, the top lane, you can see the Lizard also being picked up by Blue Light. Didn't have any such problems, and actually it's neXt that were the more aggressive of the two. So this is the new Candy Panda, which is the bottom lane. It is in the form of Kevin. You wouldn't know him from the old one, maybe you would. I don't know how Kevin's going to do in this bottom lane. Kevin has now gone from the top to the middle. Whoa, what's going on in the top lane? Let's rewind that one. Young Buck will go down to first blood. We saw it all happening. As I was just talking about Candy Panda switching out to Kevin at the top lane, the new top lane. Young Buck gets dived on. The Fear proc will go off just about. No, the Ignite's going to be the final tick on the Barley. And Gabano is going to get taken down very low. Level 1 dives there. That's what we like to see. Aggressive play from our EU Nordic East counterparts. And as I'm going to have to try and speed things up, I'm going to have to delicately do this. Let's try and pick the farm up. Let's get back into action. Whoa, you guys. You're just too aggressive. Flash Bananas coming out there. It was not enough. Too much aggression early on. And I'm seeing it again at the top lane here. We are back live, and Young Buck again is going to get dived on. They don't have the Ignite this time, and Blue Light came around again. They are really camping out Young Buck, and Young Buck just being completely targeted out here. Meanwhile, down the bottom, they're going to go onto a slide. Corky could get taken out. The exhaust is going to run out. The heal comes out. Will it be enough? Yes, he will. Kevin's still hanging around. Goes for the flash banana. Can it be? Underneath. One more banana. There it is. The banana kill comes out. Can he get a second? Yes, he can. AOD with a double banana. That's what we like to see. Wow, 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 wow. Actually, I don't even know whether the banana was the one that finished it, whether it was it wasn't a star call. He didn't have a star call. It could have been this. No, it must have been bananas. He hasn't got the silence, has he? Oh, yes, he has. Of course he has. He's got infused right there, staring right at me in the face. But wow, I don't know whether I'm embarrassed or happy about that. The fact that I did actually put my arms up in the air when he got the double kill. It's good to see a support getting double kills. Superb played. And honestly, it didn't really give. Well, actually, it did. It gave neXt a massive advantage because Corky came out with a double assist in that. Now they're 3-1 up. Now we've got Blue Light again coming around the middle this time on towards Ocelot. Can he get the prison down on him? No, oh, he just wasn't quite close enough there. Mountain diving on the top there. Young Buck again being focused by Riven. Riven this time is going to have to back away. He's got a world of minions hitting him. Young Buck's also penetrating his backside and forcing him out there. With the super minion, the siege minion coming onto him, did have to back off, back down this bottom lane. Oh, I can see Riven actually diving on towards Young Buck, very close in all the lanes here. I'm going to have to be hot on the action between all of them. As again, Gabano having to use, getting another swipe from Young Buck there. Young Buck put a couple of points into Divine Blessing, 2 points into Reckoning, and 1 into Righteous Fury. And it's Righteous Fury he's got running at the moment that's doing the damage to them. So we'll look back down the bottom. We're going to pause. It's AOD that used the pause. I don't know what. Top is lagging hard, apparently. It didn't seem to lag too bad when he died, when he got the kills. Well, Natalie has managed to dig out the wallpaper link. You are a diamond. Anyone else around that needs admin? I don't know. I think they seem to be doing a very, very good job of it. Natalie and Panky keeping the things under control. So thank you very much for those guys keeping me in the action over on the Twitch TV chat. Thank you very much, you guys, for sticking around here for the what could be a very entertaining match. It seems SK already up against it here. 3-1 down. We can see at the top lane that Riven's struggling a little bit. Nocturne was coming in to help. Let's have a look at the CS between the few lanes. You can see 39 to 35 CS for mid lane. Carthus versus Rise. A little bit surprised by that. Rise is doing a very good job of keeping that farm running. Top lane, oh sorry, jungle lanes. Jungle lanes? Doesn't make sense. Junglers 24 to 16, but of course Nocturne's picked up a kill already, which is why it gives him that advantage. Can I see the gold switch? Yes, I can. He's got 1500 gold to, yeah, 1200 gold. So that gold kill difference, a lot more than the 10 CS that he's got. Looking like we're going to be resuming in a moment. Corki down the bottom here, 25 CS to 22, but of course he's got 0, 1, 2, so he's got those 2 assists, whereas just the single kill and death for Kevin in this bottom lane means the gold advantage is with Corki, but only by 50 gold. Top lane now, they're going to dive it towards Young Buck again here. Now, how many times are they doing this? They are doing the CLG method, I believe, which is, or sorry, the curse method I should say, which is to sit on the top laner. And actually they caught a glimpse of Blood Dragon going towards that top lane and both completely backed off there. Slide taking a snowball in the face, or an ice blast I believe is the actual name. Yes it is. Actually Nif has leveled up ice blast. He's got 2 points in ice blast and 1 in blood boil to keep Kevin blood boiled up. Meanwhile we've got the 2 on the rocket jump, 1 in rapid fire and 1 an explosive shot. Corki in the meantime, if I can click on him, has took them 2 in phosphorus bomb, will be leveling up phosphorus bomb, got the Valkyrie of course and the Gatling gun to keep things level. Oh, and again this top lane, I'm really going to have to keep a focus on these guys. You know, normally a top lane will be very impartial and they'll be quite happily just poking back and forth, nobody really going to go down. But the fact they've had kills already between the two is a little bit scary, a little bit worrying. AOD meanwhile put 3 levels into Astral Blessing, keeping that heal, keeping his support alive, his AD carry alive. And again Kevin losing out in the exchange here to slide in this bottom lane. And I don't know how this one's going to work. As I was saying earlier, Kevin used to be the top lane, then went to the mid lane, and now he's down the bottom lane. I mean, how does that work out in your head? You could, I guess you know exactly what's happening in the game, but honestly, oh, the ping's gone down. Ping's just gone down on Dragon. Bottom lane are both back in. They've pushed the lane. Are they going to be going back to Dragon in a minute? Let's see what happens. Slides returned as well, so that's a bit dangerous actually, having all your lanes returned like that. Just no skill in the middle. Sorry, actually pause for yawning there. Anyone out there must know, anyone does speaking or something. I know Panky gets it a lot as well. He's left a large range. Panky gets it a lot as well. You yawn when you cast. I don't know why. I'm not tired in any way, shape or form. I just yawn. I'm just inhaling too much, maybe, or exhaling too much, and my lungs just say, "What are you doing? You need breath." I guess that must be how it works out. So bottom lane, Kevin back down here. I'm intrigued by this lane, how it's going to work out. Yeah, I've got Kevin pushing on the lane. He's missing the landing down CS shots though. Slide meanwhile had been back to buy, got himself a Ruby Crystal and then a second Doran's Blade as well. Mid lane is still very even. Here comes the ping, and actually his blue light was spotted as he passes that ward there. So they are well aware of his position. The bananas get thrown back at Nif. I'll look towards the top, still all casual as were. So nothing compared to the craziness we just saw in the last game and what we've seen earlier on in this game as well. A couple of shots going down towards AOD there. I don't know what it stands for. Is it going to be Army of Darkness maybe? Give me some sugar baby, all that sort of thing. What a great film that is. If you've not seen it, go watch it. Oh, the top lane again. Look at this. Young Buck and Gabbana, they're just very aggressive back and forth between each other. Ribbon does his combo. Young Buck takes it in the face and then turns around and puts a good blast in Gabbana's backside. It must be that bunny Ribbon that keeps getting him excited, making him launch for the backside. Oh, we've got a invade coming out from Blood Dragon here. On towards the blue buff. The rest of the team are closing in around it. Ocelot collapsing around the side there. Nif also in position. Now we've got Corki coming up. Oh, Corki, that's not the right route to be taken. Straight up there. He's going to pass straight through this ward. They are well aware of his position. What are you doing, Corki? Valkyrie's across. Could easily been ulti caught out by Blood Dragon there, but I think he'd have Valkyrie just about in time. Gabbana again backing away. Young Buck pressuring that top lane. Has died that once early on. His flash is back up. His ignite was used on Gabbana there. still wasn't quite enough damage. What's Gabano leveled up? Let's have a look towards him. He's put 4 into Key Burst, and 1 into Broken Wings, 1 into Valor, and 1 into Blade of the Exile. Young Buck, in the meantime, has put another left point in towards Righteous Fury earlier on, but he has gone mainly with Reckoning. See, to put that big slow blast down, which I'm guessing he's going to walk up and just throw one in Gabano's face. Remember, he can tower dive now. He's at level 8. He has that vulnerability. They can just throw it down, and again, he's just doing them combos on him. And Gabano's really in all sorts of trouble, but now Blue Light does come around. Will get the fear proc down. Which way will it send him? Oh, he turned around, went for the kill. No, he doesn't quite get the kill. Instead, uses up the Ignite. Oh, the Carthus ulti will surely pick up the kill. No! Gabano survives. Young Buck will go down. Blue Light will live through the tower. That has gone badly, badly wrong for SK there. And Ocelot did not pick up the kill. He's just not got the damage. Can he take down No Skill? Puts the Defile down. Goes towards Blue Light as well. Changes target. Doesn't have the mana. Has got the blue buff. Meanwhile, you can see the ulti comes out from Blood Dragon. Blood Dragon surely going to go down to the turret. Survives by the skin of his teeth. And now Blue Light, well, Ocelot wants to desperately push this lane, but it's not going to be quick enough. And Blue Light will be able to teleport back. There's nothing that they can do about it. And that's an even exchange in the end. But, well, very, very close stuff. Meanwhile, down the bottom here, I can see Blood Boil. I can see Nunu very low as well. Nif's been pressured back a bit as I have to suddenly cough again. And this voice is slowly but surely being strained. Kevin against Slide. Kevin's struggling down this bottom here, I feel. Slide seems to have the better of him, but he's only going to get stronger, Tristana. Starts off fairly weak, but certainly will he get stronger? Oh, yes, he will. Nif, meantime, forced to go back. He has got that Philo Stone early on with those wards. Berserker greaves by Kevin. They had only, I got a feeling, only just returned to lane. Now we got 1,000 gold on Kevin, so he could go back and buy Phage, bought by Corki. So Corki's not long been back from range as buying as well. And building up towards that Trinity Force that you do on Corki. Pings on the river as the wards get placed. Slide doesn't want to get caught out by that Ice Blast. He misses the ulti actually on Nif there. We'll have Big Bomb available in well, he's got Big Bomb available now, hasn't he? The big one. Which is why he's holding off. Doesn't want to waste that ulti. Could use it to try and stop someone going back, but it's kind of pointless. And we'll keep that one in his pocket. So Blood Dragon goes up top lane. I think that's Young Buck saying, I'm just going to take this farm and then I'm off back to lane. Yes, he will. And he will back off now and go buy some items. Gabano also goes back. Picks himself up there. Mercury Treads actually. Mercury Treads. Let's have a look. Blood Dragon has used that Oracle. Okay, I wasn't surprised by that one. He's got himself 2 GP10 items. He's going for No Skill. Has used his ulti already, but he's got it available again now. Is he going to come around the back side of Rise? Rise is went to step forward. Ocelot gets the wall of pain across. That's perfect opportunity. Realises what was coming. He does get the ulti down. No Skill will get dropped by Ocelot there. Very easy bounce down to the Dragon. You can see them diving on there. Now Nif comes in. Nif tries to pop it. Immediately gets shut out straight away. So it was a very little ulti used up there. Gabano comes around. Gabano's getting forced away. Ocelot, meanwhile, has Blue Light in his face. Will get back away from that one. Riven will get taken down, surely. No, the Malphite shard comes through. Will they dive it? Yes, they will. Blood Dragon comes through. The ulti from Kevin will be the one that finishes it. He pounces across onto the Slide, puts the dot down on Slide there. Will not quite be enough, though. And they will back away from that one. While that was all happening, Ocelot took down Blue Light there with the help of Young Buck. And that was a 3-for-1 exchange, I think. Or 3-for-1 exchange. No Skill did go down. And a pause has come out again. This time from neXt again, actually. So it seems he's stuck for good. He will RRPC. Oh, so there's a restart coming out from Soraka. Can we? Oh, I can rewind things. Hopefully that doesn't break everything. I might have just broke everything. I don't know. Let's have a look at this fight. Let's go back through this fight as they're doing a restart. So Blue Light put the ward out. They started things off. So that you can see the Malphite and Ocelot are going to be closing in on towards in there. Here we go. They started on Dragon. Rise was trying to get down to help, but he got picked off. So he went down. Meanwhile, the rest of SK now closing around them. And there goes Oh, it was blocked by a silence. Nif was silenced by Soraka there, which is what stopped Nif's ulti. They continued on towards blue light. They chased him at the top there, and Young Buck comes around the side there. There's the Karthus ulti going out, and then Young Buck puts the damage down, and the ignite finishes him off. Meanwhile, Karthus picks up a kill as well, and very nicely played. So, it was pretty well played by SK there. I didn't even see who picked up the dragon, actually. I'm pretty sure it was, judging by the gold, yeah, it was neXt that picked up the dragon. So 5-4, and I think the turret, when the pause did come out, I think the turret will actually eventually go down to SK. So let's wait for these guys to sort themselves out. If you've got any questions, I can't see them because we're 3 minutes behind, so you're not going to hear me asking for questions, are you? No. No, you're not. Looks like it's all up and running. So we're just waiting for the game to get back underway, and honestly, well, what do we think's happened across the board? I mean, SK have lost to Curse. I'm guessing it was a 2-0. Pretty strong result from Curse there. Curse have looked good. They're definitely keeping their third place in Europe echelon, I'd say. Absolute legends right now, or Curse, I should say. Sorry, they did change team, didn't they, recently? I'd say they're third place at echelon. You've got to say CLG, Moscow 5, probably on a par. I mean, I know CLG just went and won an offline event, but Moscow 5 won 2 offline events. Moscow 5 have won the World Champions of an offline event at Intel Extreme Masters, which is a pretty big event. You know, there was Dignitas, there was CLG, there was all sorts of top teams there. CLG North America, that is. Meanwhile, CLG, you know, they've just won DreamHack. They did lose 2-0 to Moscow 5, so you could argue that Moscow 5 may be back on top. Just, it's how they play on that day. I think it tends to be how Diamond Pro turns up to the game as well, whether he's looking strong. And he said, you know, he played an OP champion with Skarner. Ocelot saying they're ready. I don't think the guy's even rejoined us yet. He's restarting his PC, yeah. 2 more minutes-ish, apparently. Okay, so 2 more minutes to wait. Wonderful. So, there's not a lot I can do other than sit here and talk rubbish. I haven't even got a co-caster to ask questions with. I could talk about DreamHack, couldn't I? So my experience at DreamHack, and if you haven't seen my AMA, it was a pretty good event. Overall, I was not happy with the finals. I didn't think the finals really were an indication of how the 2 teams were playing, and certainly from what we've seen today with CLG Moscow 5, you know, that first game, that's what I really wanted to see. And after the epic group stage game, it would have been nice to see something like that. But honestly, it was, I think, the fact that Moscow 5 were late, the fact that the admins had put that that exclusion on them, the first pick sort of choice that CLG had, because the second map would have been Moscow 5's first pick, but because they were late, that was their own fault. You know, there's no one else's fault, but because they were late, it kind of diminished the final a little bit. But it's better than having a situation where you have a forfeit in game 1. So, you know, game 1 turned out to be the best game, so it could have been a lot worse. Nevertheless, we are resumed, and SK are back to farming the middle lane out. They will pick up the mid turret, and we are back to the action. So Kevin returns to his farming in the bottom there, and everybody in position. They're getting ready for that blue buff, which they feel is ready and waiting to drop. I don't know. It is. No, Gabano's dropped. What? Is the guy just reconnected, disconnected, or what's going on? I don't know what's happening here. I don't know what's going on anymore. I can't see Riven, so it seems they're just going to carry on anyway. Youngbuck's going to surely get caught out here. Vulnerability was popped. Oh, and AOD picks up another kill there with a... Was it with a banana? Was that with a banana? Let's have a look. Let's see whether that was a banana or not. This could be the 3rd banana kill. Okay, here comes AOD with that lethal banana. Oh, it was... Oh, I think it was a silence. I think I heard the silence noise come out. I think it was a silence. Oh. There was only hope. I was hoped that it was another banana, but unfortunately it was not. So, as the action returns, let's get back into flow. 5-5 in kills. Rod of Ages now on. Oh, good lord. Okay, he DC'd. This man has problems. This man has internet problems. I don't know what else I can do. There's not a lot else you can do when you got a 3-minute delay. You're solo. There's not a lot you can talk about. I could talk about my Twitter, on my YouTube. If you missed the games earlier, actually, by the way, they will be on YouTube. I will be uploading them directly after we finish this match. I will be getting them straight on there. Don't know. Yeah, that's a very good point. I will be casting through the England game. Come on, guys, speed up this match. Yeah, I was fully prepared when they actually asked me for it, and they said, "Oh, it's Raka apparently. Is that AOD? Is Raka?" I'm not too sure. So Raka. Oh god, sorry, schoolboy noob error on that one. Yeah, as they asked me to do this one, I was well aware of the fact that I may eat into the England match. Quarterfinals of the Euros. It's one I take one for the team. I take one for the team, for you guys. I'm getting free streaming as well. Throttling my voice for, what are we up to now? 6 hours? 6 hours, not bad. 6 hours solo. Honestly, it's not a great deal. I've done 18 hours at the CIC7, I think it was. I ran about 18 hours. I think we went to about 3 in the morning from early hours of the morning. It must have been about 9 AM starts or somewhere around 3 or 4 AM. It was a pretty long day. Can thank Tosspot for that one. We're just waiting for the pause to resume itself as Skype messages come through. Who's Skype messaging me? Ah, it's Trance, of course. Trance from Twitch. So he's the one that nicely put it on, so you guys can have that multiple selection on the thing, the resolution selection. I'm just going to sit back here and relax. So, anyways, go back to talking about what DreamHack was like. DreamHack was very good. You know, the guys at DreamHack. Oh, look at that. He's just going to reconnect. The guys at DreamHack looked after us really well. Robert Olin and his crew. Really fantastic trip. Bit of a long journey to get there. It's not that close. It's kind of, if you know where Jönköping is, it's between Stockholm and Gothenburg. So it's a bit of a trip, bit of a coach journey, bit of a flight, bit of everything really. Planes, trains and automobiles all the way. But honestly, it was a great event to go to. It was good to see some people like DJ Wheat, Toby One. Met a couple of the casters I've never really met before. It was good to have a good chat with Toby actually about the differences Dota 2, League of Legends has. You know, the pros and cons that the two games have. Oh, we just seen Kevin diving on towards Slide there, but Slide immediately using that Valkyrie to get away. Someone's uploaded it, and oh, you've called it Deman wallpaper. I like it, Natalie. I'm not going to take the credit for it. Some guy on Reddit had it, but yeah, okay. Just in case he feels like he needs the credit. Young Buck, meanwhile, is got blue light in the top there. Not for the first time. He's going to go and ward up the tri-bush, and he's going to head his way back to this lane. Try and put the pressure down and back on Gabano. Gabano's trying to bait him in here. Here we go. They're going to dive. The Young Buck's now the one in trouble. He's going to have to flash out of this one. The Ignite goes down. Has got invulnerability as well. Gets out of that one without any problems at all. Nocturne didn't use his ulti. Now we have Malphite going up the north. And oh, Gabano spots it straight away. Uses his ulti there. Blade of the Exile doesn't do a great deal to him, I've got to be honest. And with that Oracle down the bottom, 5-5 in kills, by the way, if you missed it. Wow, that big bomb. I think that was going to go all the way in towards Kevin's face. I'm pretty sure it landed. Didn't interrupt him, though. He goes back, bought a BF sword to go with the Vampiric Scepter. Possible Bloodthirster coming out first. Or will he go straight for... Well, Nif, you're going to lose the turret there, son. You're going to have to back away from this one. And he is. He's just waddling away. Hasn't got any boots on him, so it just takes him round the long way there. Takes the siege minion. That's almost akin to Dota style, where you used to be able to guide the minions around, take them away from the track. Actually, Hon does that, I think, more than Dota. Look at Blood Dragon, just keeping that one alive. just keeping that Wraith alive the longest he possibly could, until Blue Light picks it up. So Ocelot returns. So mid lane, and usually the first one to go down for SK here, taking it down. Not a turret down just yet, apart from that bottom one actually. It's a light. Well, that one has just been dropped by neXt. We've got Corki up the top lane now, heading towards Youngbuck, trying to shred him down. So switch of the lanes here. So Riven heading down to the south, and that is not good news for Riven because he's got 3 people close in around him, and he's going to have to back off from this one. They are just going to accept and lose that turret, and it's going to be a very quick turret drop. Can they take the top one in the same time? I do not think so. They were looking for kills as well. We're not going to get them. So SK with the lead with turrets do manage to pick up another one. And Slide will pressure on this turret now. Youngbuck's backed away from this one. He doesn't want any of this either. And he has teleported back. So they're going to continue pushing here. And this is akin to Curse versus CLG, versus Moscow 5, sorry. At the DreamHack semi-finals, where they just pushed that bottom lane and the other team were very slow to react. And again, they're going to lose this bottom inner turret if they're not careful. I think they're quite capable of doing this one. If they can just keep Kevin getting them shots on, they do take the top turret out. Are they quick enough to react? Yes, they are. And they're going to move across instead towards the Wolves. And Kevin tries to jump on them. They're not there. Back to reality. Back to normality for them. Youngbuck returns to top lane. How's it been going between the CS? Because the lane phase is effectively now over. The mid game has begun. Kevin is getting pressured a little bit by Gabano there. Immediately takes a blast to the face. And Kevin continues on his farming session. Nif sticking with him. Nif, Kevin seems to be a partnership that's starting to settle. You know, when you switch in a player that you've worked with for so long, I mean, Nif and Candy Panda were together through Season 1 finals with Game. Oh, Blue Light might get caught out here. Uses his spell shield, uses his ulti to actually block the vision as well. Blue Light's still going to get caught on. No, I don't think I've seen Malphite use his ulti yet. Malphite's not used his ulti. There goes the Malphite ulti. Now the Ocelot comes around. Ocelot doesn't use his ulti yet. Remember, he's still got that. He just backs away from that one. And they're happy to pick up just the 1 kill in that engage. And actually, you know what? SK were pretty low on that one, so it was a wise choice to back away. Can they catch on towards Gabano? Kevin needs to be careful he doesn't get caught out. He's got no skill working around, trying to get the shot down. Yes, he will on towards Youngbuck. Youngbuck will get popped down eventually. Now Slide's taking out very low. Now it's a 1-for-1 exchange, and well, neXt come out a much better state of heal from that one. State of heal, state of health is the word I'm after. Much stronger state of health. Is that simply a case of Soraka keeping them alive, using that wish, keeping their health out? Slide needs to be careful. He doesn't get taken down. Slowed a little bit too much there. Can they take the Dragon? They're going to try to. There's not a lot available to them. Nunu used his ulti. Blood Dragon's used his ulti. Here comes the Karthus ulti. That may level the playing field a little. Yes, he will. Slide suddenly realized he can't tank this Dragon up, and he's going to back away from it. The rest of SK have respawned. You can see that Ocelot's nearly back in there, but we've also got Blue Light coming back in as well. And they will come back around. He's now got the smite. They are going to be able to finish that one off. Blood Dragon's going to get taken down. Oh, can they get onto him there? You can see Riven trying to get in, but they cannot chase him towards Ocelot. Next, Gabano tries to go aggressive as well, but Ocelot was just putting so much damage down with that Lay Waste and Defile. They could not afford to chase that one, and wise choice to back away. Even exchange, 6-6 in kills, very even in gold, and again, we are having another close game for League of Legends. I love this match. I love this game, and it's fantastic how close some of these tournament matches have become. You know, SK, well, Ocelot was so happy that they qualified for Poland, but he hadn't qualified for Poland. Nif told him wrong. He thought they'd already qualified, but instead they have not. They have to win this game to get there. It's not beyond the realms of possibilities, of course, but at the moment, neXt in win are really, really giving them a great run for their money. Very even. And honestly, I'm not sure how the advantages are going to play out here. I think the ulti possibly from Youngbuck could certainly save lives late on. I think the ulti from Blood Dragon almost certainly will be helpful late on, with Ocelot being able to follow up the Defile. It's sort of, it's like a reverse play that PK uses. PK goes all in, all aggressive with Karthus. He will die, but he will make sure he picks up kills and gets that Defile in amongst the whole team. Ocelot seemed to be just playing that one. He did get the Defile, but he made sure he lived. Made sure he got out early. He didn't go all balls to the walls straight in there, I will die or I will not get kills sort of style. Instead, he quite easily farms up there though. And neXt are backing away again. I mean, I'm short on breath. I feel I need oxygen in this room. I've maybe sucked the whole oxygen out of the room through that COG Moscow 5 game. I've absorbed every little ounce of it. In fact, so much so, a window is required to be opened because it's starting to get very warm. So blue buff looking like it's been warded up. So how far that's got on the Ward's lifestyle here. And SK gathering up. Are they going to go for a gank here? Will Corky push down this lane? Oh, and there goes the ulti. What was that for? That was for the top lane. Let's have a reverse of that one. That was for the top lane. So Youngbuck obviously goes aggressive here while I was watching that bottom lane. Gabano actually turns around. Remember, Youngbuck's got his ulti to use quite happily. There goes the invulnerability. Gabano didn't have a chance, and he does get taken down. Meantime, do they push down? Oh, Corky. Oh, Corky, you are dead. There we go. Leaps on his face. He's Valkyrie's away. Oh, he may have just about escaped it, though. There's the Nocturne ulti on towards the middle. I'll look at that one in a minute. On towards Slide. Slide, meanwhile, may just about escape this one. The Ignite goes down. That's going to be the kill. And actually, Ocelot managed to escape the kill as well in the middle there. So, Nocturne's ulti was not successful alongside Rise. They could not get the gank down. And SK's patience in the tri-bush worked out. And he pings it straight away and goes, "They were here, man. Nobody told us. They were here all along. They camped us out, goddammit." So now SK are going to continue pushing this bottom turret in hyper speed. And we're seeing the turret get dropped down. There's nothing they can do about it. We can see them running around in full speed as I try and get the game back up to speed. As the pings go across, we are back to live mode. And the pings are for blue light. All the pain goes across, along with a couple of Leigh wastes. Certainly not enough to do a great deal of damage. He just shrugs them off, and they move on towards the next inner turret. So second inner turret could be going down for SK here. They're going to have to back up slightly because the minions have been wiped out. AOD with those banana kills earlier on, and the silence. Ooh, the wall of pain actually missing there. Ocelot could get dived on here. Gabano went aggressive, but it wasn't quite enough. Didn't get the jumpy stance, didn't get the stun down. And Youngbuck takes the flak and takes the damage in the back as they take the hits, and Youngbuck's just going to return back to the bottom lane as everyone will back off and buy. A lot of money across the board. You can see Ocelot with 2,000 gold. He's going to be able to complete that Rabadon's death camp now as he returns. If he returns, that is, of course. We have Kevin, just got himself a ward on now. Was sort of semi... Oh, he's going towards Phantom Dancer. Phantom Dancer along with the Bloodthirster. So continues that farming tradition. Now he will go back. No, he won't. Forever staying around a little bit longer. Yeah, for those that are wondering, the Curse Moscow 5 game will not be played. It's purely qualifications. There is no seeding. As far as I'm aware, I think it's some sort of random draw, or they do some sort of seeding manually, or I'm not too sure. Dave Natchkin will be able to tell me on that one how that works out, but as it is, I do not know. As I get messages via Twitter, via Skype, sorry for that. 8-6 in kills, 36,000 gold to 33,000. 26 minutes in. Dragon is not beyond the realms of possibility for either team now. Although Blood Dragon only level 11, a little bit behind in the jungle. Honest to God, I don't know why I'm yawning, but it's happening. There's not a great deal I can do about it while it happens. Ocelot pushing that lane, keeping things going. They're going to try and get this dragon away, and neXt don't seem to be reacting to this one. It will be a free dragon. They've managed to shove the lanes enough that they can pick the 190 gold up quite happily. neXt now are starting to get into that dangerous state of turtling, and it's a dangerous place to be for them, because SK will spot that and pick off that weakness very quickly, and actually taking away those wraiths. Slide there. You know what? They're angling to go for Baron here. Well, you can see Nif is teleporting back, and has teleported back. Blood Dragon clears out the wards, spots the one at the back of Baron, and clear that one out as well. Phantom Dancer completed. Infinity Edge completed. Woo. The damage on SK suddenly got a lot bigger. Infinity Edge on Blood Dragon. Blood Dragon on Young Buck. Phantom Dancer Bloodthirster now on Tristana, which is Kevin now. Rabadon's Death Cap also completed by Ocelot. Trinity Force completed by Corky a while back. And here we go. SK are on Baron, but the question is, are AOD or Dex going to spot this one? They are going to put the ward in the back there. They're going to clear that ward out quickly. Take away the vision. Here he comes. He goes diving in. Will he be in time for the smite? He does go for the smite. Didn't quite manage to land it though. Did actually get the steal on it. Yes, he did. He got the Baron smite. Steal down. Very nicely done. Nif goes down as well. Ocelot with the ulti on him as well. Trying to go Gabbana, trying to finish off Ocelot. Can he get him down? No, he cannot. So despite that ulti, oh, it looks like the Rice is going to go down as well. Yes, he will. And he picks up more and more kills. So despite a valiant attempt at diving in, stealing the Baron, they did come out with 3 kills for 1 on the back side of it. But honestly, I think gold advantage probably went to neXt there. Only just though. No, it wouldn't, because everybody would have got an assist. So no, SK would have picked up more gold. I tell a lie. Well, honestly, SK now could push through, shove through. They have got Tristana and Young Buck. They've both got amazing amounts of damage from him. He's just picked up the Infinity Edge. He's got a Phantom Dancer and he's just auto-shotted straight across there. Goes off towards it. You know, Kevin needs to be focusing on the inhibitor here and not on Corky. And now they could have focused on Corky. Corky turns around. Corky's taking a lot of trouble. Next blue light also in trouble as well. Has to flash away. Kevin getting aggressive. Goes for the jump there. Not the right thing to do, I don't think. He's not going to have the reset to be able to jump away from this one. But Gabbano's getting shredded. Gabbano's getting a lot of damage from Kevin. Just one more shot on that inhibitor. They realise it. That's what they need to do. Kevin is going to pop the shot. Can he try and kick it down? Why are you not shooting the bloody inhibitor? What are you doing, man? Now the rest of the team come in. Blood Dragon has got his ulti available any second now. Blood Dragon's ulti is now up. Will he go from... Oh, they gathered perfectly there. A couple of minions maybe in the way, though. Doesn't want to go for it just yet. Trying to bide his time. Blood Dragon expected to launch any second as soon as they get their position sorted out. There's the Wall of Pain. Can he go for it? Will he go for it? No, he's not. Instead, the shots on towards blue light, the backside. The Karthus ulti comes out. It's not enough again. Gabbano's trying to get away. And again, Blood Dragon just stays back. Doesn't use it. Young Buck picks up the kill on Gabbano. And finally, SK take the inhibitor down. neXt put up a valiant attempt to fend that one off. But it was not to be. And Kevin, just with that Bloodthirster and Phantom Dancer, shredding through, keeping his health high, and killing all the minions in the way. So SK now in the driving seat, and Kevin heading immediately towards top columns and top lane. And they want to try and take out that inner turret. Ooh, Nif getting careful there. Nif does get hooked onto by Blue Light. Blue Light going very aggressive here. Can he get the fear? Oh, he's going to walk straight into Kevin. Oh, it's a trap! Blue Light's getting focused on now, and suddenly he realizes, turn around, get the crap out of that. We are in trouble. And Ocelot, if he'd have got that Wall of Pain down, would have been instantly dead. But no, they do take the top lane down, and now they will back away. And now it is 6-2 in terms of turrets. 1 inhibitor down. Super minions trawling their way up mid in a conga line fashion. One of these days I'll get that music playing for those guys. Void Staff now picked up by Ocelot. Ocelot with a lot of damage, a lot of armor penetration, and lifesteal to go with it. Very, very strong in that middle lane. 208 Ocelot. 207 Malphite. Second game running, we've seen some awesome jungling. I think Diamond Pro, though, he is on a whole different level. Kevin comes down, and they shove that mid lane. Still Baron running, of course. Just about 30 seconds left of that on towards slide. And they are heading towards the top lane. Kevin standing in the ward. Doesn't really give him away too much because they're just going to take down that top turret. No problems at all. And there we go. The speed at which it will go down. We've got Zeal now on Young Buck as well, so he's going to be attacking much faster with that Infinity Edge. And you can hear Kevin loading up that attack speed. Look at the damage, it's just laying down on them, keeping that lifesteal going down, hitting the minions as he goes, trying to damage them through the wall there. I'm just wondering, can Blood Dragon's ulti go through that wall? I think he can. Kevin nearly caught out there. Invulnerability had to get used out by Young, but the ulti used up because they bursted him down. And that was enough to make them think twice and back away from this exchange, because that hurt him a lot. But instead, just look at him lifestealing it all back. 139, 90, 90, 90, 130. Wow. Just gets it all straight back. Oh, and Gabano's going to get caught out of position here. Blood Dragon's in place. Does manage to go through. There's the ulti. I'm not too sure whether that was the right choice by Blood Dragon, though. He used that ulti. Didn't really get a great deal of damage down. Wish was used, I believe, by AOD. Yes, he was, to keep him alive. Shirelia's Reverie now popped as well. AOD is going to get out of this one. Wall of Pain goes down across. Super minions stacking up in this middle lane. They could just push it straight through here. They have got minions in the bottom lane turret as well. Will they rotate down to that one? And looking like they might think about this bottom turret. Yeah, here comes the minions. They're going to conquer up there. Nif's going to take a couple of hits. He's just going to back out of that one, but the rest of the team will come around. Wall of Pain back on towards Gabano. Nocturne using his ulti is going to dive in. That's suicide play, I feel, by neXt there, and that is going to be the end of them. Nif's ulti will go off. Won't get the full challenge, but it doesn't matter. Gabano will drop as well. And again, the ulti back up. Ocelot had the ulti on him. And that's going to be the double kill. Kevin, flashes through, takes down No Skill. Just chews it through with that lifesteal. And GG well played comes out from neXt. They are going to move on to the next match. And SK, after a pretty close exchange early on in this game, will come out and win this one 16-8. So we're going to go through to the next match. It will be SK's final match, or will it be? That's the question. If they win it, neXt could look good at the start of this game, but SK do manage to pick it up 16-8, 10-2 in turrets. It was a dominant performance in the end, and wow. So SK one step, one tootsie into the finals. Can they manage to make their way there, though? I don't know. Let's have a look through the scores. 2-0-10 for Blood Dragon. Third game running, we've seen the jungler not dying. 4-0-9 for Ocelot on Karthus there. 0-2-12 for Nif. 7-2-4 for Kevin on Tristana. Very nicely played by him on the bottom lane, replacing Candy Panda, of course. And Blood Dragon, of course, replacing Dedrayan and not dying. So both new members, or effectively new members. Young Buck had a problem at the start, got caught first blood. It was a pretty aggressive play from neXt. Level 1 tower dive. You don't always expect that onto Young Buck, and he came back very well from that one. Slide, in the meantime, had managed to get the damage out there, but just didn't have a position where he could put output. He got Trinity Force Infinity Edge out there, could really lay out the damage, but had no chance of ever doing it because Gabano was going down too easily. 1-5-2, went more, and you could just see in the build, wasn't tanky enough, really. Just went for the aggression. So instead, was the only bruiser they had, so couldn't stop them. So while Slide had all the damage, Gabano was sort of getting in the positions and wasn't able to be tanky enough and just dropped too quickly. No Skill, well, he had a pretty good time of it, really. 1-4-2. The kills really only came at the end there, the deaths, sorry. Blue Light did not a bad job, and AOD, of course, 3-0-2. Your best score on your team, the highest kills, no deaths, and assists, is your support player. One would suggest he needs to be changing his role, maybe. But let's get across in towards the next game, and I'll take a quick break, guys. We'll be back in just a few seconds.